back then. 10 laps to go. Yeah, it looks like Thomas is gonna win this race. I hope it. This team quality has gotten better.
So just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, that have missed out on those last couple of laps, Thomas has moved from 4th into 2nd place, passing Darth FIFA and Steve, both in the same fashion. He ended up passing them on the straight in the DRS section. They didn't really put up much of a fight. They're on much older tyres and on different strategies. So they may come into play later, but Thomas at the moment looking prime position now to hunt down the race. And the next challenger to him is probably Phil in 5th at the moment, but he's quite a distance away at the moment. Thomas in prime position
to win. Yeah, as we say, he's definitely starting to lag behind, and with the 3 second time penalty mod as well, it's going to be nearly impossible to try and win the race.
Yeah, with penalty included, he's almost 15 seconds ahead of Phil, who right now is having to deal with TTG_Forbes in the McLaren, who's on the mediums in the DRS as well, and he's going to drive right past him on the straight.
And
he's made the move, Nick.
He's just adding salt to the wound at this point. So I don't see Phil winning the race at this point.
Oh, there's 3 cars coming to the hairpin. It's Felix, Valentino, and
look
Tim.
at that!
Oh, and they collided. Oh, there's still 3 cars there. They're still going for it. Oh, this is gonna get messy.
This is gonna get messy. Yeah, of course.
Oh, and they've all managed to avoid into each other.
Clean racing, unlike between Jamil and it's Dark Boy, sorry, who love a bit of argy-bargy at this point.
Yeah, well, he's found some speed again, Dark Boy. I think he'd literally given up the ghost a couple of laps ago, but he's back on it, which is good to see.
I don't think any one of these drivers will be scoring points though, but they keep their head down, and we have Dark Boy into the wall. I'm not sure where is that. Where is that? I'm pretty sure that's.
Oh, that's right at the stadium section in the last sector.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, and he's just rolling all over the place. He's just managed to get out of the gravel.
Meanwhile, Koen says the fastest lap. The FIFA still holding on pretty good though.
Yeah, he's just gone into the pits now, Dark Boy.
Yeah, Darth FIFA. Sorry, I said Darth FIFA.
Oh, no, he's retired, Dark Boy. He's given up.
I think that's pretty fair. The FIFA still holding on very good though. Steve in P4 as well, so but I reckon these guys do have to come in again. Safety car would be nice to spice up things, but
it'd be perfect for them. I mean, I can't see them going another 8 or so laps on these hard tyres. I mean, I know they're resilient, but they're just going to fall off the cliff now. They're going to fall right down the order. They're probably better off
trying to make another pit stop on the sauce maybe and try to.
The only problem I can see with that for them is that if they do that, they're probably going to end up as far down as 13th and 14th with the pit stop. So
I'd say bugger it and just go to the end, really.
Well, Tim's gone for a gamble. He's pitting from 10th.
Of course.
He was only, his hard tyres probably could have gone to the end, but he's decided he's going to put on the medium tyres.
He has no damage, so it's a planned pit stop.
So he didn't want to change his tyres and go for the soft tyres. He's decided to go mediums. He'll still be very quick, so we're keeping an eye on him towards the end of this race.
We will, of course. Valentino and Felix are battling it out for P8, as both gentlemen are on the medium compound of tyres. Really, Germany is a race all about strategy. It's not been as crazy as it was in F2, and nor hasn't been as crazy as it was last time out on Silverstone, but it's still a very fun race, and of course, I wouldn't say hard to play for, but you know, this is Formula 1, this is VRL, anything can happen.
Well, I think certain battles on track, the gaps are starting to close up now as we're towards the end of this race. The tyre strategies are starting to come into play, so if you feel that this race is almost done and dusted, do not go anywhere, because the next couple of laps are going to get very, very interesting. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, definitely, of course. everyone's on alternate race strategy,
Oh,
so
there's a
that
battle. Oh, and Compassion and Cohen, they were having a battle for 12th and 13th as Passion got forced wide into turn 1 and they collided, and he's gone
he
for a
goes down
dive on the
again.
inside.
Ooh, yeah,
Oh,
that's a
touch.
ambitious
Oh, you
move.
spun.
Contact between McLaren and Toro Rosso, who
There's a bit
last
naughty
season,
from Cohen there.
yeah,
Should have yielded.
definitely should, but might have been some bad blood there. But before the corner, before that corner, there might have been some bad blood between those two. And now he goes very slow into the hairpin. I don't think he's got a front wing anymore, and I don't think he's got any more tires left. Oh, now he's just really is raging all over the place, and yeah, doesn't seem to be happy with SR Compassion there.
No, I mean, it did get a bit interesting between the two. Cohen was on much fresher tyres, so he could have yielded and just waited because he would have got past Passion again, and he's retired in the race, so that's his race over.
Yeah, it is. And the Toro Rosso, who he was battling, goes around the outside as well.
Let's have to look at the battle for 4th place as well. You've got Forbes right on the rear end of Steve for 4th and 5th, and he's going to drive right past him in the DRS. Clean as you like. I think Steve and Darth FIFA are going to go to the end. They have to now.
Yeah, of course it. We way too late, and meanwhile, Livid Racing Sam goes past Phil there again. That's the same place they make contact when Sam spun round, and Sam has redeemed himself by passing the man who he had the incident with. And meanwhile, last race winner, Arapa Gamer, has retired from the session, and he will not be scoring, let alone win. He will not be getting anything today. Not even a fastest lap. And really, I'm surprised by that. FIFA, who's got very lucky with the safety car scores, but he's holding on to P3 for now. And I reckon he was just about 15 points behind the championship leader. Could he possibly move up to P1 in the championship? Not P1, but P2 might still be possible.
Well, Forbes is now on the back of Darth FIFA, and he's got a podium in his sights now as Thomas has just made a move for the lead on Berry round the inside, and that's as clean as you like. So now Thomas is leading the German Grand Prix.
And I don't think anyone's going to stop him from losing this victory. Meanwhile, yeah, he's been mugged off there, and he will not be able to get back on him considering his tire life. And he has to be careful he doesn't get overtaken by championship leader Steve, who done a magnificent job of going from was it? I think he might have been last and then losing his front wing.
After the first lap. Yeah, he lost his front wing.
He was 31 seconds behind the nearest person, so good on him.
Yeah. But he, as I said, he put on the hard tyres, set out to go to the end of the race, which I thought was a bit of a risk, but he's kept his nose clean, pun intended, and yeah, he's got a good number of points.
Yeah.
And he could get 4th.
He could if he pushes onto the last lap, but behind them we have Sam and Phil. Sam would have hoped, or Phil would have hoped for more. I think Sam would also have hoped for a little more than just a P6.
Well, I'm just looking at the race director as well, because at the moment Steve is in a good position to maintain that place. I'm just looking to see how many penalties Sam has got, so bear with me. I know Phil has got a 3-second penalty himself.
Valentino, optimistic move on Felix there, a bit of wheel banging for a good measure, but Phil hangs on to the place for now. Valentino will be looking to put his nose in there. No, he will not. He will patiently wait for the next corner, and he's still not passed. I don't think he's going to try anything crazy here. Little slippery accident on exit, and he is passed, still behind Felix. So. Yeah, well, we'll have to see how that plays out. I reckon that might be better going on to the end of the race there. You were looking at the penalties as well there?
Yeah, so Steve at the moment has a 5-second time penalty for his incident when he drove into Marine on the virtual safety car, which is a bit silly now that you think about it, which might not help him trying to get past our FIFA, which he's trying to do now. But what is important is that Sem has a 3-second time penalty himself, as well as Phil. So at the moment, if Steve can maintain a gap of around 2 seconds to Sem, he will be able to keep 5th place.
He will, but might he already have taken a penalty in the pit stops?
Well, perhaps, but he's only done the 1 stop, Steve, from what I can see. I'll have to have a little look on the menu. I might be wrong, he might have done 2 stops actually.
I reckon he did 2 stops because he had to make a pit. Yeah.
Right, yeah. I'm not sure if he served it in the pits. He may well have done so, but it will all come out at the end of this race. Right now, Steve, good position. He could, after being last to the first lap without a front wing, end up in 4th.
He could, and Barry is doing a very good job as well in P2, ahead of Forbes. And then we have
Forbes is catching him very quickly as well. He's on the sorry to interrupt again. He's on the medium tyres, and he's he might just run out of time at the moment. I don't think he's lapping fast enough.
I don't think either. Oh well, we just made up 1.5. Oh, he made up a huge amount of time.
I think Barry made a mistake coming out of turn 2.
I think he did, and now it's not as impossible as it may seem a few laps ago.
Yeah, that's one mistake he did not want to make, and that could cost him 2nd place because he's on 26 lap old hard tyres. Forbes' mediums are only 14 laps old, so this could get very interesting towards the end of this race. Everyone's starting to bunch up now. It's brilliant. We're going to get all the racing all on the final lap.
Yeah, it's going to be very tight. I mean, Phil's losing time to Sam, I must say here. But Sam might be able to catch up to Steve and Duffy fast. The tyres are all as it can get, really. We will have a yellow flag for SR Compassion, who's become the 5th retirement in this race.
I hope that doesn't bring out a safety car.
No, I don't
like it will.
No, I'm pretty sure that's impossible to have a safety car on the last lap. So
they're right on top of each other now. Barry and Forbes are right behind him. He's going to go for a lunge, surely. Got the DRS open.
Oh yeah, sorry, I wasn't paying attention to that. How good you were.
That's alright. He's literally right behind him now, Sem. So here we go. He's just got the DRS about to open up in the long straight, and he's going to drive right past him.
I think he will.
Yeah, is Barry going to defend it, or is he
I don't think he will. I reckon he wants his podium.
Yeah, I think the smart thing to do, because he could end up risking ruining both the races. Marine has moved up into 10th.
Look at Sam. Look at Sam. He's catched up. He made up 1.3 seconds in half a lap, really, and he could be on for a good P4 here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Darth FIFA has any penalties, but...
Oh, he loses it on the final lap, and it's no points for him. Phil goes past him, and so will Felix. He will move up to P5, and it's the same place where Sergio Perez ironically spun around.
Across the line, and he has won. Thomas has won in the Haas. What all that is going on?
Dominant performance by him. Forbes will come out in P2, I think. They're Barry P3. They're FIFA P3 actually there. And Steve holds on to his P5. Felix, good
Barry
P7.
Missed out by 300ths of a second because of the penalties. Oh, Barry's missed out on a podium by 300ths. That's cruel.
That's very cruel. And there's still some battling going on for the final point there, but Tim snatches it up.
Tim has got it.
And Steve will be very happy with this race, as he just made up some, or he extended his championship lead, as might have looked at one point where he would maybe even lose the championship lead altogether.
Well, we were talking about this earlier, yeah. What a drive from Steve.
Yeah, definitely. It's a long wait for Jamil and Vrl, though. They've had a very topsy-turvy race, as Jamil started him on the front row of the grid. But it wasn't to be for him, as he finishes in P13 outside of the points. So that was the Formula 1 Mercedes-Benz Grosse Preis von Deutschland in VRL. And we have Thomas on the top step of the podium, and TTG, one of the TTG guys alongside him in the McLaren, and Darth FIFA in P3 in the Williams has done a very good job to possibly take over P2 in the championship. And they sprayed the champagne, as there's a lot of happiness, and I don't think anyone's disappointed with that result.
No, it was a great race. Thomas dominant drive from the get-go, really. He was quick in qualifying as well. As we said, he was the fastest medium runner. He looked pacey all weekend long. Forbes, great drive in the McLaren, recovering 11th on the grid. We said he missed that in qualifying, but the tyre strategy paid off for him, and he did a great job to come second. And Darth FIFA, second fastest in qualifying, had a bit of an issue at the start of the race, but he recovered it well, and he'll be very happy with that podium.
And of course, Sam lost him on the final lap of the race. The same place where in real life, Cesar Perez lost his car, and might have thrown away some good points.
Cursed of the racing point.
Yeah, definitely you could say. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave it at that. I'm not sure if my internet can handle any more. I'm gonna have to look into my internet, so I don't want there's any more of this happening. Yeah, of course, after restarting streams, things seem to be fine, but it's really weird, I must say. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you for watching. I'll hope to see you next time. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye bye.